Good day, welcome to the Automotive Dad, and welcome to the 2025 Dacia Duster. Now, the Dacia Duster has been around for quite a few generations, 3 of which, in fact, as far as I'm aware, that's all of them, I have driven. This newest one is going towards that all-new EV mandate, because whilst it comes in 2 powertrains, only one of them can come as a four-wheel drive, and of those 2 powertrains it comes as 3 options, 2 of which are kind of a softer crossover mild hybrid that supports the engine and the powertrain, they're all manual, or this full hybrid, which is a full I'm going to switch off the engine and run on EV power type of EV hybrid. This one's powered by that 1.6 litre petrol engine, produces 140 PS, 148 newton meters from the petrol engine, 205 from the electric engine, and it has a top speed of 105, gets to 62 in about 10 seconds. This one costs under £27,000 on the road with options, and from a monthly point of view, you can get it for under £100 a month with a reasonable deposit. So is this the perfect family car? Because Dacia are very, very known for making very good family cars, as the Jogger was my family car of the year last year because it was exceptional. Is the Duster going to follow in its footsteps? Is it going to be absolutely amazing? So let's dive in and see in this episode of the Automotive Dad if the 2025 Dacia Duster is a winner or not. Let's have a look. Now, the front end has had quite a significant update from the previous generation, to the extent of that this no longer looks a little bit softer. It looks strong, it looks rugged, it looks capable, it looks like it's meant to be off-road, with really strong lines everywhere, including the bonnet. The front end is just completely different to anything that you'd seen before in Duster. It's their new design language. It looks cool. This one's finished in sandstone. It's a £650 option, and it's a lovely, lovely colour. Lights-wise, the new cluster's really, really cool. It's got integrated daytime running lights, and then the line kind of runs along the front to the new Dacia logo. Generally, just the front end of this looks cool and strong. The side profile is the area where suddenly this gets quite surprising, because it looks like a big car from the front, big and strong, but from the side is where the perspective changes to, wait a minute, this is actually quite a small car with quite a small footprint. It's a nice design, it's got some lines going on, nothing too much, but enough to give you a bit more of a beefy off-roader feel. 18-inch diamond cut alloys, which look cool, slightly worrisome being diamond cut in that if you were to take it off-road, if you went for a four-wheel drive, which would be completely capable, because we know that all Dusters are great off-road, one slight bit of rock and your wheels are completely ruined. But aside from that, for normal driving, these 18-inch deal with terrible road conditions pretty well, and the whole side profile just looks good. A reminder that it's a Duster here, and it just flows to the back. And one of my favourite things is this door handle position. Not where you expect it to be. Kind of reminded me somewhat of like Alfa Romeo 156 era. I like it. And now to the back, which is a really lovely design. Starting with the light cluster, kind of embracing their new logo, which is really, really cool. Also not too dissimilar to the previous generation's lights, but equally completely different in their own aspect. I really like it. You can see the similarities. And the back end just isn't a slab. It's nicely designed. There's been little cut-ins. It looks rugged and Dacia. And the bumper design, like, you can see the design influence from 2 generations ago being carried over here. It's not a completely different car that looks nothing like any version that went before it. It's remembering where they came from and just making it improved. Aesthetically, the outside of this car just looks completed and well put together. And I'm yet to see someone who says that they don't like how this looks. It's not a Marmite car, it's a everyone likes it kind of car. When you step inside, you immediately feel like, oh, wait a minute, this is quite technologically advanced, but hey, I have buttons. There's a nice TFT display in front of you. There's a reasonably sized infotainment screen, which has Apple CarPlay. The sound system is, at standard, not great. However, if you go in and EQ it, suddenly it's a lot better. Just the standard preset they've got on it is not great. However, adapt it, no problem at all. There is a wireless car charger, there is buttons. Yes, certain things are hidden away, but there are actual buttons to play with for your climatronic, for your actual driving. There's no haptics. Now, the seats are incredibly comfortable and offer you this lovely denim colouring, and it looks really nice. From a visibility point of view from the front, when you look out, initially you get a little bit like, wait a minute, it feels a little bit squashed, because the design of this car is that it does have a smaller windscreen, but it's quite cool. And actually, as soon as you're adjusted to it, you realise visibility is quite good. Visibility all round is very, very good, and getting in and out is at a very good height. The front end then, with all of its cubby holes, all of its storage and well thought out design, is comfortable. But what about the back, the kid zone? Now, it sort of passes, not with total flying colours, but with reasonably good colours. The only reason it doesn't pass with flying colours is that to fit an ISOFIX 360 seat in here, it's a little bit snug. You have to move the front seats forward. So for my driving position, I would really struggle to have an ISOFIX 360 seat here. It would be fine for a fixed seat, but for a spinning one, it's not so viable. But that's a shame, because actually the legroom is really good. The access height is great for putting the kids in. Not so good for them getting in themselves, as you might see by the overlaid video at this point. My daughter really enjoys climbing in and out because it's a bit like climbing a mountain. But there's loads of headroom. There's tech back here, there's chargers, there's no ventilation, which is a little bit of a shame, besides what you'll get from under the seats, but nothing directly into your face. But there are a million billion accessories that you can choose to have back here. So if you want to have a tablet on this seat so that your kids can watch something on your iPad or Apple device or Android device or whatever you use, Dacia have an accessory for that. They have accessories for pretty much everything. But it's a good back end area, it's a good size, and it takes fully grown adults well. So it's just a shame that it's just not that tiny bit longer in total in the car, because then this back area would be that much bigger, and then I could give it total flying colours. It's still a very capable and very family friendly car. It's just a little bit snug for ISOFIX 360 spin seats. The boot size is a good space, 517 litres. Put the back seats down, you basically get an extra 1,000 litres of space. The boot height, whilst quite high, is not unusably high. It's easy enough to get stuff in and out of. The boot width is acceptable for even the widest prams, and just generally the boot is well thought out and easy to use and very Dacia in its design. Now, the drive is arguably one of the really impressive things for the new Duster, because previous generations have driven well, but never this well. The steering is smooth, the brakes feel good, the feel is very reasonable, and generally the interior as you're driving along feels relatively premium, besides from a bit of rattling because there's a lot of plastic in here because it's a cheaper car. You expect it, it's just going to happen. Now, that 1.6 litre petrol engine has more than enough get up and go to get you going when it's assisted by an electric motor that has 205 Newton meters of torque. So as a result, the actual acceleration of this car is pretty good. Whilst it is 10 seconds to 62, that's more than acceptable for everyday driving. And when it comes to the economy side of it, they're saying that you should be able to get anywhere up to about 55 miles per gallon, and yeah, quite easily you get that on a run. But you'll also get that around town, and that is the really surprising thing. This is a bigger car, as in it's not a massive footprint, but it's a taller car. It's a SUV. It's a brick, and yet this brick manages, in some cases, over 60 miles to the gallon around town, and town really is where this car is born to excel in, because the four-wheel drive one will excel wherever you put it. That is just obvious, because previous generations, the four-wheel drives were more than capable off-road. But this new version, the hybrid, is so capable around town, because not only do you get over 60 miles to the gallon around town on the right drive cycle, not only do you have loads of ADAS and technological advances to help you around town, but you have great visibility, an amazing lock. And it's just really well thought out that everything combined, including your surround view camera, can make this such a great car at driving in urban circumstance. As I mentioned right at the beginning of this segment, sometimes you hear a few more rattles than you would do in a more premium car. For the price point of this, that's not really an issue. Because honestly, it's only when you first get in this car that generally you hear them when it's a bit colder. So does that mean in the winter it might be really bad? I'm not sure, but I know that during the summer I'm barely noticing them. The noisiest thing really is this phone holder here that kind of rattles around a little bit when there's nothing in there. When it's in there, it's all fine. The display in front of you gives you all the information you could possibly need, even to the extent of knowing how many meters away you are from the car in front. The infotainment is reachable, has good and easy software to navigate. And yeah, like I said, buttons for everything. And that makes me happy. No longer am I searching through a menu to find something. It's just there in button form. Generally, the drive of this car is just very reasonable. No, it's not going to be a world speed record winner. No, it's not going to win you Le Mans. But it is going to be more than acceptable for all of your daily driving duties. It's going to be more than acceptable at just everything that you could possibly ask it to do. From driving to the shops and getting 65 miles to the gallon, to going on a road trip of 1,500 miles and averaging probably 54 miles to the gallon. This is a car that's kind of built to do everything really, really well. And I dare say that the fact that this is a bit more off-road in its design, that even as a two-wheel drive, it also wouldn't be bad at getting into some of the muddier stuff. Oh, and I'll add that I've read some reviews where people criticise this for the 4-speed auto box and said it's a little too drony and this and that. And yeah, up a really long hill, this acts a bit more like a CVT in its design. But actually, A, that's no bad thing because it means you're still getting good fuel economy, and B, it's not obnoxiously loud. Regardless of what you've read, actually go and try one, because I have no issues with the sound level. The only annoying sound is when you go 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, even though you're not going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, but the car thinks you are. That's about the only annoying sound on the inside of this car. Literally, that's it. So, is the 2025 Dacia Duster a good car? Obviously. Is it an exceptionally good car? Yes. Is it capable? Yes. Is 140 horsepower enough? Yes, because the torque from that electric motor, that extra 205 newton meters, makes all the difference. It makes it quite a perky thing to drive. And the drive itself is good. Not totally engaging and not always completely balanced, but exactly what it needs to be. Nothing more, nothing less. This car's not trying to be something it isn't. From a family point of view, generally, very, very high stars, because there's cubby holes everywhere, more than enough tech, accessibility is easy, good boot space. Just if it was, I don't know, 4 centimeters longer as a car, I'd be able to say it's really, 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 really perfect for ISOFIX 360 seats, but not everybody needs that. That's just my real test of if a car can fit that, then it can basically fit almost any lifestyle. So the exterior is good. The interior is good. The drive is good. The price is good. The tech is good. This car as a whole is good. It's a very, very acceptable car. And the fact that you can, with a £6,500 deposit, get this hybrid direct from Dacia at the moment, I looked today, which is the 30th of May, and it was £95 a month with a £6,000 deposit. £95 a month for one of these. I appreciate it's a bigger deposit, but my God, that's cheap. Good job, Dacia. Really good job.